your game plan to get to the rim?
We got some points inside. Disappointed with our physicality on the boards and physicality posting up. We're going to have to do a lot better job there. We're a big team, so we got to get the ball inside, but I just didn't like, the positioning. We caught it in a lot of time, and again, our physicality's got to improve, and especially on the boards.
PAYTON pretty aggressive in terms of him, especially that first half. He was kind of getting.
Well, yeah, we had to have somebody handle the ball. We didn't have a lot of guys, helping him out there with ball handling. They just kind of ran away from it. We haven't seen press much. We haven't been pressing as much in practice as we usually do, so I don't think we were quite ready for it. But, we've got to do a better job of executing, and freshmen got to want the ball and bend their knees and be a little bit more aggressive when they get it. So, I thought he handled it good. He had to handle it quite a bit there that first half. Just he and Paul, had the ball in their hands most of the time.
PAYTON said for young teams, it's hard for guys to kind of figure out their roles and accept it. Does that kind of fall in line of maybe just reverting, hey, a veteran guy will handle the ball? And
yeah, we're so far away from establishing those roles, that it's really hard. We don't know what everybody can do, and their consistency in practice hasn't been great, so it's been hard to really determine. Some of our older guys have been a little bit more consistent than our newer guys, but we got to get better in practice. And I didn't like our practice yesterday, and we've just got to do a better job every day in practice, getting better.
This isn't necessarily indicative of anything that happened tonight, but do you imagine there's going to be a bit of a learning curve on how fouls are called on bowl throughout the season, just because of how?
Well, he got it cheap when they're the first one. He missed the lob and got frustrated and just swiped at the guy. Those are the ones he's got to avoid. Because he's going to get some posting up, and with his length and that, he's an unusual guy to officiate. So, he's going to get a couple here and there that are awkward fouls for him. But the ones he's got to avoid was that first one. That got him in trouble. So then he had two quick ones, and he gets his third one right away to start the second half. And we were still in the game, so I wasn't like I could just leave him out there. So he's going to have to learn to play differently and not pick up fouls in the backcourt like he did. But there will be, he's an unusual player, and it'll take a while for everybody to adjust.
Speaking of both, him and Kenya, they both had big defensive games, 5 for 6 blocks. Do you see them both being able to kind of put together those kind of defensive numbers, as the season progresses consistently?
Well, if we don't guard the ball any better, they'll have plenty of opportunities. They got by us, their quickness, and they got to the rim a number of times. So I'd like to see them get a few less opportunities. But they're good. Kenny's, he's got amazing jumping ability, and his timing is improving. Bowl is long, and if he gets a little bit more aggressive with, he's going to put up some amazing shot blocking numbers. So those two guys are unique. Francis can get some. Paul, is able back there. So again, we've got to do a better job of fighting the dribble, but I thought we did a really good job of contesting threes. I thought we were out there and pretty active on the perimeter, and they kept backing up, trying deeper ones, but I thought our zone did a pretty good job of locating shooters.
Francis pretty much what you expected coming in, or is he kind of exceeding some of your expectations?
Well, he's a hard worker in practice, and so we've seen growth there in practice, and he is the one guy who's physical, the guy that could be in high school. I'd hate to be a freshman or sophomore in high school trying to go against him. His physicality is pretty good, but no, he's worked awfully hard in practice, and I'm glad to see him making strides, because again, we need his physicality.